Presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and our home team. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A run for Nick Chubb. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Here's Jackson, flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
A good run by Chubb on 1st down as he'll get about 6 yards there. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Jackson, option. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. He can run for it, and he will. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away.
Here we go. 180. I'll take it. Hey, Shell.
Now Goff on first down. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Paul Richardson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, look at the juke. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
Shoot up. We got to get the ball. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And an alley to run. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play that time out of Chubb. 49 yards on the ground.
Chargers first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 25-yard line. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A Raider first down, 17 yards.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. DC.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Value three. Two.
Let's go.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Chargers 14, Raiders 7.
Tonight, 120.
Three buzz. Check three.
Shell. Turbo set.
This is Miller. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the Chargers 49-yard line.
What? 180.
I got you.
Shell.
On second and 11 now. Goff. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And touchdown! Marquise Goodwin. His first touchdown on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
First down, Oklahoma City.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Watch twist.
They run. Chubb. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position,
Lamar Miller, the 30, 10, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Lamar Miller with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
it certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touch.
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
You're looking there, the defensive back was maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Gone. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That puts him in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19. Quick pass to the outside, caught by Conley. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jared Goff with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon, as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happened. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 22, here's second and 8. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 1.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Listen.
53's Mike. Check 53.
Hey, Steve 6.
Now on second and 13. Goff. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Switch gears.
They'll run with Miller. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be fourth down now. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
Come on now, let's go.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they coughed it up. Led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle. The Chargers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Keep it up. Keep it up. Check it out. Switch.
Jackson, options out left. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. On 3rd and 2, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he goes out of bounds without getting rid of it. A big loss there, and it goes down as a sack as well.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
On the NFL scoreboard, an update from up in Seattle. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Complete. Richardson has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Goff now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. There's Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, fine.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike Smith. Mike 53. Hey. Check.
Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And bulldozing his way through.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
They'll run. It's Lindsey looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 2nd down and goal. Jackson forced out to his left. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. The penalty certainly makes things tougher here as they try again. 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. Here's the option left. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Lamar Jackson, as the first half is winding down, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Check safety, check safety.
Hold on. Check. DC.
From the 29, Goff. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Goff now looking to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Goff now hitting on 2/3 of his passes. 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Caught here by Conley. But he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 more yards there and another first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
53, Mike. Cut.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Man open, it's Goodwin. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Here we go.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Like 20.
Check 53. Watch the slant. Under 10. 10.
He's got the hook up with Conley. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. A good sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Let's go.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Jarran Reed able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
I'd sure love to offer some advice to the defensive coordinator, but his guys are just getting run over by an offense that's executing like a well-oiled machine.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Chubb. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From just shy of midfield, Jackson flushed out right. On the right side open is Gesicki. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. On the ground, it's Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It was Jarran Reed who got him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away. And they're not doing it.
On first down, it's gone. Flush to his right, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, here's Goff. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. He was looking for Paul Richardson there.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That good for 22 and a first down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson, option right. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Check 4. Sit down. Sit.
On second down now, it's Lindsey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker. Jackson on 3rd and 2. He'll find Lindsey here. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it to Chubb, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
17.
Out of the gun. Goff. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. From the red zone now, Goff. This is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Paul Richardson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Back, back, back. Check, check.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That good for 22 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Oh, here we go.
Now it's Lindsey. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Jackson, options out left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
After the penalty, it's Miller. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. To throw is gone. Oh, no, he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
On 3rd down, Miller. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
But it's 4th down.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Let's go.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Back to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
He's back to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow, I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Dante Hightower on the stop. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch one. Hey, watch the trick.
Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check 23.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
What's that?
And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. They got the dramatic score to tie the game here late 4th quarter. Now all eyes resting on the foot of one man.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Your brother called me before the game. That's his guy in fantasy. He needs this one badly.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that is going to put him on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. One last throw here for Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for our visitors, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Redskins.